What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Michael back with another video, guys, and this is my immediate reaction to the back and forth game between the TCU Horned Frogs and the Baylor Bears, I believe. Yeah, they played in Waco. Coming into this game, guys, I honestly thought, I had Baylor winning. I just thought their offense has been in kind of a rhythm lately, and they're pretty much a second half team. And coming into this game, I just started thinking of ways TCU could potentially come out with a win. Obviously, defense was going to be one of them. Secondly, is the ground game going to be able to get going? The Baylor defense has the worst rushing defense in the league. And coming into this, I knew that TCU had to run the football. Could they be able to run the football? Because the offensive line has been poor this season, and that was one of my questions. Were we going to be productive with the wide receivers? What was all going to go on? So, guys, let's get into it. Opening the game, guys, TCU did a pretty good job. Marched right down the field, got a field goal. And then Baylor marched down the field, got a touchdown. Charlie Brewer completely leaped over, I believe, a defender and his blocker and crossed the goal line. So, and then TCU blocked the extra point. So, Baylor is winning 6-3. Kind of a defensive struggle here and there, and then Baylor drives down the field, gets into the red zone, but a bobbled snap, and then for Baylor, and Corey Bethley ends up recovering it. TCU is able to get out of that situation, and they are able to literally get a touchdown. The call was questionable. It was like 50-50, but the execution for it was okay. What really made this happen was Jalen Reagor's ability and his escape ability. This guy, first off, it was a 65-yard touchdown screen pass. It was a 65-yarder, but this guy ran like 90 yards just to get that touchdown. It went on the short side of the field. Saw the guys were over, the Baylor defenders were over pursuing. Jalen Reagor then gets around them and houses it. So then the PAT was blocked. So TCU is leading 9-6. And this is how it is at halftime. So after halftime, TCU gets the ball, does completely nothing with it. For those who don't know, Michael Collins did get injured in the first quarter of this game. In one drive, he got hit. He was a little bit shaken up, but on the next drive, he got smashed, and he didn't get up on his own power. So later in the game, he was in street clothes on crutches. Grayson, the third-string quarterback, Grayson Muehlstein, came in, never started a career game in his TCU career. He's a senior, and I was thinking, in my mind, just because he's a senior, he is inexperienced. He hasn't gotten meaningful game reps, especially in a rivalry game like this on the road. So seeing the Mule, that's his nickname, the Mule, seeing him, he's getting a little bit of a rhythm going. You can see the inexperience. One drive, they were going to be able to get into field goal range, but, just that inexperience, he didn't pick up the blitz. He didn't check on the blitz at the line of scrimmage, and I believe they were at the 33-yard line, and then he ended up getting sacked for 7 yards. So, yeah, it wasn't a good thing, guys. Baylor then gets the ball. They completely go down, and they look like they're going to be moving. They look like they're going to get in the end zone. But TCU's defense, namely Jawan Johnson, had himself a game in this game. He played his heart out. He played with everything he had, and he made a couple of big stops to force the Bears to go for a field goal, which they eventually made. Now the game is tied 9-9. In this game, Ty Summers came back, but got injured again, never came back into the ball game. Also, Darius Anderson, Shewa Olanalua went down. Right now, before I got on here, I was looking through my phone, and I found out that Darius Anderson and Shewa Olanalua are most likely done for the year. Really, right now, all we know is we have one more game left, and losing those two, it's going to be tricky. But focusing on right now, guys, Amari DiMercado, he stepped up pretty good. I like the way he stepped up. Early on, the offensive line could not get a push at the line of scrimmage to save its life. Grayson Muehlstein was looking lost. He has a good arm on him. He delivered a couple of great balls to Tay Barber, Jalen Reagor, and Jalen Austin. You know, these guys stepped up. And so now we're TCU is driving the ball, but now we're in plus territory in Baylor's territory. I believe we were on the 42-yard line, I believe. It's 4th and 1, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, are they going to run it? Like, we haven't had much success running the football in this game. A couple of breakaway runs here and there, but other than that, not really much. So in this game, guys, I officially called for Sonny Cumbie's job, guys. I mean, there's too predictable, guys. He's too predictable. And these plays are too simple in my mind. There's not a lot of movement before the snap. There's not a lot of trickery. There's not a lot of, I guess you could say trying. There's not a lot of that. It's just like he's just looking at his play sheet and he's like, okay, go this. Like, he's not getting cute with it. A couple of plays in this game were lack of execution by the line of scrimmage, but a couple of these plays, man, like, it was like a 3rd and 8, and I'm just sitting on my chair. I'm just like, they're about to do an out screen, aren't they? Sure enough, they did an out screen, and it was a 3-yard loss. I mean, too predictable. Either he needs to be fired or Gary Patterson needs to get with him and be like, look, you got to change. You got to change this stuff up. So on this 4th and 1 at the 42-yard line in Baylor territory, I'm thinking, are they going to run it? Sure enough, they were in the Wild Frog with Amari DiMercado, but he takes the snap. Jalen Reagor comes end around, and he pitches the ball to Jalen Reagor, and he completely houses it. Speed, and he gets into the end zone. TCU makes the extra point, and they are now up 16-9. And after that, guys, it was really back and forth. Baylor punts, TCU punts, Baylor punts, TCU punts. Baylor was about to get into field goal range, but I loved the blitz packages that Gary Patterson brought in this game. He realized that Charlie Bruder wants to throw the ball down the field. So in order for us to not allow him to do that, we're gonna have great coverage, but I'm also gonna bring a 6-man blitz, a 7-man blitz. And on the day, TCU had 5 sacks, and on those 3 sacks came on 3rd downs. So it was a good thing. Juwan Johnson, Ty Summers, and Garrett Wallow all had these sacks. No, not Garrett Wallow. Isahaku for the 3rd down sacks. And this game, guys, the defense played great, guys. I mean, this defense, we've played so many injuries, guys. I mean, Garrett Wallow had to play strong safety, and Ben Wilson the freshman had to play linebacker because Ty Summers is out. Alec Dunham is out. Montrell Wilson hasn't even, I don't think, seen a snap all year. I mean, and then Juwan Johnson ended up getting hurt. It's like Ben Wilson had to play in this game. He played pretty good with Arico Evans, with Garrett Wallow. They kept switching out, kept subbing in, and I liked what I saw from Ben Wilson. Also, Jeff Gladney has to be either him or Juwan Johnson or Ben Banigou. This is how great of a defensive game it was for TCU. Ben Banigou, 10 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 9 solo tackles, a forced fumble, and a sack. He had a lights out game. Garrett Wallow had some key tackles. Juwan Johnson was everywhere on the field. Jeff Gladney had another monster shutdown game over Denzel Mims. I believe he limited Denzel Mims to like 1 catch all game. So credit to him. He almost had a pick that almost sealed the game. But in this game, guys, I liked what I saw from this defense. A couple of horrible tackling here and there, but I really like how this defense has settled down and has learned and gotten better. You can see that this young team is getting better. I like what I see. I liked what I saw today. Now, is the Baylor, are they going to run you out of the building? No, but they are a respectable team, and for TCU to go on the road and steal this win with all the injuries, all the concerns, all of the melee going on in this program, they are still able to go on the road and win a football game. So TCU forces Baylor to punt with like 6 minutes left. So TCU has the lead 16-9. And then, I'm thinking, what are we going to do? We have to milk this clock. We have to. And sure enough, right on cue, the offensive line ends up opening holes for the running game. I believe we got the ball like at the 20-yard line. We ended up getting to like the Baylor 47, and we ended up punting. They got the ball back with like 2 minutes left, I believe. No. They ended up getting the ball back with like 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So to be able to milk that clock, to be able to do the things they were able to do, Grayson Muhlstein, he faced a 3rd and 4, about to get sacked. He wanted to run for it, but he saw Tay Barber break loose, and he threw an 11-yard pass on a 3rd and 4 conversion. So that was a great play by him. Great awareness, great keeping your eyes down the field, great catch by Tay Barber. And sure enough, TCU did his job. Now, Charlie Brewer, this guy, he kept plays and drives alive with his feet all game. And so sure enough, TCU defense, they held strong. Jeff Gladney played amazing coverage. And the defense, again, got after Charlie Brewer. And sure enough, TCU got out of Waco with a 16-9 victory, guys. I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of how they fought all game and how they were able to get this win. Credit the defense again. The defense won us this game. I'm also going to give credit to the offense because they did bail out Grayson Muhlstein a couple of times. They did open up some holes for our running backs a couple of times, and then some good catches along the way as well. So, guys, we're 5-6 with one more game for sure in the 2018 season, and we're going to be facing Oklahoma State at 6 o'clock next week on Saturday. It's going to be senior day. Our senior class was undefeated against Baylor in their TCU career. And not sure many senior classes can say that about their rival, but I'm certainly proud of how they have fought all year, of how they have fought in this game. I truly hope that Ty Summers can play next week, guys, because I'm going to try and get last-minute tickets to this game because I want to see Ty Summers in a TCU uniform one more time, guys. I want to see it. He's my favorite TCU Horned Frog of all time, and I want to see Ben Banigou. I want to see LJ Collier. Guys, I want to see Markel Simmons. I want to see these guys, man. It's Jalen Austin, Jerrison Stewart, these guys that have been in the program for a long time. And also, Grayson Muhlstein just might start. And who knows, we might see Justin Rogers. But that's really it for this video, guys. Really proud of how this team performed today. Again, a couple of questionable penalties that you can't do. And sure enough, this team got the dub. So let's cross our fingers and let's hope that TCU can win next week. Most likely I won't be able to have the time to get in a preview video for the Oklahoma State and TCU game because my work schedule is crazy this week. But I will try my best to get one in. Even if it's like 5 minutes or something, I will try my best to try and get one in, guys. So thank you for watching my video, guys. Leave a like on this video. Leave a comment in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter if you're new, guys. I appreciate all the support, all the comments that y'all have given me. And I thank y'all for watching my channel, guys. Have a great weekend and go Frogs.